seated. All right, to start off, I want to tell you all a little story that happened to me this morning. It was kind of very touching. We were out of napkins here in the kitchen, so I went to Brookshire's to get some napkins. And I was standing in line behind this middle-aged lady that was checking out her groceries. She kind of turned and glanced at me, I guess, to see who was standing behind her. And she saw this emblem on my shirt of the POWMIAs. And she looked up and saw my Purple Heart hat. And she said, "You have a Purple Heart." I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." She said, "Would you mind if I hug you?" I said, "I'd like that." And she hugged me and she started crying. And she thanked me for my service. But you know what, folks, and not only that, she told the cashier, "I'm paying for his stuff." And I thanked her. And you know what, that makes me realize that we still have Americans that care about the service we gave to our country and the troops that are still serving today. There are people out there that really do care, and we're a group of them. And that's why we're here today. So I'd like to thank everybody for your attendance and participation. And I'm going to start off by reading a couple of things that were given to me. This one is about the American flag. The American flag does not fly because of the wind that moves past it. The American flag flies from the last breath of each military member who died protecting it. Americans don't fight because they hate what's in front of them. They fight because they love what's behind them. And thanks to all of our veterans. We love you and we're here for you. And one other thing, this is published by the Paralyzed Veterans of America, a Memorial Day tribute. They answered their company's call to arms, and to battle they did go. Where their final destination was, no one will ever know. Now their final resting place under some unknown sod, before hallowed, for it is known only to God. All right, at this time I'm going to turn the program over to Sam Burgess. Now Sam and his wife, they know what the ultimate price is. They know those sacrifices. And I've asked him to tell us what Memorial Day is all about, other than hot dogs and apple pie and picnics and parties on the lake. He's going to tell us what it's really all about. Sam.
Memorial Day, you know, when I first hear the word Memorial Day, the first thing that goes through my mind is those young guys and gals out there across this country in the graveyards and cemeteries that paid the ultimate price. They didn't ask for it. They decided to step up to the plate when their country called them. Just that simple. Memorial Day, I guess if you go back and you look at the history of it, it was about a couple of years after the Civil War was over. Our country decided to do a Memorial Day service at the National Cemetery in Arlington. And things kind of progressed over the years as Memorial Day began to fall in place. People began to realize the importance of it. And really that's what we want you to do, is understand to the veterans and to a lot of people in this country, Memorial Day is probably one of the most sacred, honored days of the year, because we know a lot of those guys that are on those walls out there, and a lot of those people that have those markers. And I think it was in 1922, the Veterans of Foreign War was asked to take over the Memorial Day push, celebration, helping people understand what it's all about. And it was about the same time the little Buddy Poppy thing came into being. I'm sure y'all have all seen the guys out with the Buddy Poppies and the gals. And so the VFW kind of took over both of them. And if there was a couple of things that I could get people to just crystallize in their thinking, it would be these two things here. Yes, it's important to us, but we want you to understand that it's important to you also, not just us. When you see us out on the street corners 2 or 3 times a year with these little artificial buddy poppies, you see the guys and the gals from the different posts out there in the shopping centers, the malls, the cafes, the diners. And yeah, we try to make eye contact with you because we want to give you one of them, because we want you to know what that stands for. These little things are designed by disabled veterans of America. Guys and gals who can't do it themselves anymore. But they make these so we could go out and raise funds for them. And that's why it's so important to us. A lot of times on Memorial Day, you look across the cemeteries and the graveyards of America, and you see guys like Ron with those little flags. And we walk up and down those cemeteries and we look for World War I vets, World War II vets, Vietnam vets, Korean War vets. We saw a guy the other day at the Toole Cemetery that was Navy buried at sea. Unbelievable. And so, folks, we want you to understand the importance of Memorial Day. Since 2001, September the 11th, 9/11, we all know that word, we've heard it so many times. Almost 6 million young kids have stepped up to the plate. A lot of moms and dads, a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of husbands and wives, a lot of kids have heard what Deb and I heard. Mom, Dad, we want to do something. We want to defend the freedom that this country gave to us. And there's been a lot of sad stories, a lot of doorbells rung late at night, a lot of knocks on the door. And when you look through the peephole, you see 2 guys or 2 gals, or 1 guy and 1 gal in full dress military uniform. And when you see them standing there, I promise you don't need to ask them why they're there. You know why they're there. And so with every ounce of our being, we want you to understand how important Memorial Day is. When you see us planting those flags, when you see us doing these buddy poppies, this little short poem, I know everybody's heard the poem of Flanders Field, but this is a very short little 4-line version of it that I want to leave you with. We cherish too the poppy red that grows on fields where valor led. It seems to signal to the skies that the blood of heroes never dies. Thank God we live in the freest country on the face of this earth, because guys and gals like that are willing to pay the price to allow us to do that. I thank God every day I am an American citizen. And I thank God every day that we have people like y'all that are willing to stand up for the cause of freedom and help us to educate one more human being about Memorial Day and Buddy Poppy. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. God bless America. And help us spread the word, people. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. That was wonderful. Also, on Fridays around here, you'll see a lot of red shirts. There's a reason for those red shirts. That's showing our troops that, yes, we support you. We're here for you. I don't care if the war is politically correct or not. That's not what we're saying. We're saying they're serving our country. They were not drafted. They volunteered to do it. And until they all come home, we're going to be wearing red shirts on Friday. So spread the word, and please help us spread that across this nation. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of the